You ain't looking over there. So, okay.
Don't look over there?
Don't look over there.
Oh.
Okay. Brandon, do you ready to go?
Yep.
He's been looking at me. I've been ready for the last half hour. So, are you recording the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
And then he'll edit.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. Yeah, I know. I've seen his work. It's outstanding.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
You're like, yes, it is. Yeah, it is. All right, let's go do this.
Mike King is in the business. Mike King is in the business. Mike King is in the business. Mike King is in the business, man.
Hi, I'm Groby Martin with CBS 6 Eat It Virginia, and I was just on the mic with Mike. Me, Mike, Marcy, talking about all things Richmond. Tune in, man, tune in!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on Mike King here. This is part of the Mike King Biz Media Network. We are in the Mike King Biz Studio, which is the global epicenter of social enterprise business. What we do is we highlight and showcase RVA in a different way. Last year we donated about 24,000 minutes of free airtime to nonprofits and businesses that come and tell their story. People wonder how I do it. I look over to my man right here. I got the man in the building. Dean Francis is with us.
I'm Dean Francis, owner of One Bridge Advisors. If you are part of a business, church, private school, or nonprofit that paid W-2 employees during 2020 and 2021, I want to tell you a quick story. When I asked our church if we tried to qualify for the employee retention credit, they said our CPA didn't believe we qualified because our giving increased during COVID. I helped them understand that was incorrect. We just learned we are qualified for over $600,000. If you want to learn more about the possibilities for your organization, schedule a call at onebridgeadvisors.com.
All right, we got the man in the building. Dean Francis, welcome back, sir.
Yes, good to be here again today, Mike.
All right, big news swirls around you. All right, really quickly, tell folks who you are and what you do. Well, they heard what you do, but let's get the other elevator pitch.
So I am Dean Francis, partner and senior consultant at One Bridge Advisors, and we are helping people overcome the obstacles that are often in their way that prevent them from qualifying for this employee retention credit money that was made available back during COVID. So anyone that paid W-2 employees back during the pandemic has an opportunity. It's typically 6- and 7-figure dollar amounts. It's life-changing. As of May, the IRS has paid out $150 billion in these tax refunds, and many expect this could go over $1 trillion.
A lot of times people think that they couldn't get it. Like you said, your church, we checked, we can't get it, because people do not know the ins and outs of it. You have been out there talking about the employee retention credit for a while now, and you're the guy who's making a lot of noise, talking to business people. You have success stories. We had an event with our man Barry Moore over at the Better Business Bureau. People showed up to come to the event. All of a sudden, in the last couple of months, now I've been bombarded with commercials, TV, radio, everybody talking about get your money from the employee retention credit. We've had a conversation. Sometimes those ain't exactly what they seem.
No.
They're not. Okay.
No. I think that's obstacle number one is these ads bombard you and they just don't feel right. Fast, easy, get your money. It doesn't, it deters people often. And that's what we're going to talk about more today.
So really, out of those fast, easy, and get your money, for the most part, it's not going to be fast.
No.
It's not going to be fast. It's easier than people think because a lot of times people think they can't get it.
Right.
So it can be easier, and you will get the money if you are entitled to it. Okay, so you were here today. Why? Because are we conducting some sort of a sting operation?
We're going to have a little bit of fun. I think
Okay.
it's going to be very informational for everyone. So this last week, like a lot of people, I got a couple of voicemails from people that are cold calling me, telling me to call them. We're going to play the recording first, okay? And then I've never called one of these places.
We're going to call in today.
We're going to call one today.
On the mic with Mike Dean Francis. This is going to be something. This is kind of like the Catch an ERC a rep. We just want to talk to them. We just want to hear what they're talking about. Uh-oh, wait, no, that's the wrong. So I'm sorry about that. That was in my pocket. I didn't mean, but that could possibly what happens if you call and deal with the wrong person.
Yeah, well, and I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and nothing else. I think we're going to learn something from it.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so first of all, here is the voicemail.
Hi, this is Kenneth with UNL's refund department. Today is Monday, the 7th. Could you give us a call when you receive this message? Phone number is 844-308-7744. Again, phone number 844-308-7744. We're following up because we still see here that your business should be entitled to retroactively claim the W-2 employees you got on payroll. This is for 2020, 2021. If you have a few minutes, we can update you with the total refund amount going back to your business, as well as the time frame you would be receiving your refund check. So look forward to speaking with you. Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Kenneth. Sounds like a fine gentleman.
I think so.
Sounds like a fine
He's calling
gentleman.
from the refund
Yeah,
department.
and you know what? They're not refund departments everywhere. They're not out there willy-nilly. He's calling from
The refund
yeah,
department.
not just any refund department.
No,
He gave
and
you the number?
he can tell me how much money I can get and how fast I can
you
get
can
it.
get it. So, you know, there was a story one time I played the scratch off, and I won. And I turned into, I'm not going to say I was an addict, but I was playing scratch offs a lot. You know how many more times I won after that, sir? 0. I never won again.
Right.
I'm not saying the odds are like that, but they're going to be in the same neighborhood. So we're going to give Kenneth or his brethren or sister, we're going to give his organization a call. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike King, Dean Francis is here. This is sort of a sting operation. We're doing something. All right, Dean.
Okay, here we go.
here
Dialing.
We're dialing for dollars.
It says the user is busy. Let's try again.
You know what it is? You know why he's busy? He's busy giving away money.
Yeah, well, that could be. So, you know, good thing is Aubrey also left me a message. And so let's try Aubrey.
Aubrey's his best friend. He sits right next to him at the. Aubrey works at the Refund Center too. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Oh, no. Okay, wait. All right. I see one more number here. Let's go back. We're going to try Kenneth again. I think maybe this
For
is.
businesses with less than 5 employees,
Oh.
press 1. For businesses with 5 to 10 employees, press 2. For businesses with more than 10 employees, press 3. If your business is not interested and would like to not be contacted again, press 4.
Okay.
So who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Dean. I'm
Okay,
just
are
a,
you a business owner?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. We are reaching out to you regarding your business's eligibility for the Employee Retention Credit Program. Were you familiar with this program?
Yeah, I've definitely heard some things about it.
Okay. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask you a few eligibility questions to see if you may qualify.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So roughly how many W-2 employees did you have throughout the year of 2021?
7.
Is that excluding owners and relatives?
1 owner, so 6.
Okay. And would you say that you experienced a 20% or more decline in revenue in the first 2 quarters of 2021 compared to the first 2 quarters of 2019?
No, I think we actually did pretty good.
Okay. So unfortunately, if that is the case, that would disqualify you from this program, but I can update that and have you removed from our list, okay?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Have a good day. Of course. Bye.
Okay.
Okay. So now that is the response that a lot of business owners got from their accounting department.
Yes, it
And
is.
that was it. And you had said, did you experience? And you said, well, actually, but you've read the IRS code. All
Yes.
900 gazillion pages of it.
Yes. So this firm right here, I can tell, is only qualifying you if you had a significant decline in gross revenue, which
Okay.
is technically the secondary method, not the primary method. And so
What
anybody
is
who calls,
what's significant? Now that's kind of like affordable. affordable means different things to different people. What is significant?
So what she asked was, do I think that our gross revenues declined by more than 20% in either the first 2 quarters of 2021 compared to the same quarters back in 2019 prior to COVID?
Significant.
Yeah. Significant.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, that number has to be a 50% decline if it's 2020. But this is the kind of thing that causes people to think they don't qualify.
Yes, which are most people. True. And then you come on the scene, and now we've built up some skepticism because their accounting department, their accounting firm told them that they don't qualify.
Yeah, and because what just occurred right there on that cold call is very similar to a lot of traditional accounting firms. They're only qualifying you if you have these significant declines of gross revenue. And then you think you don't qualify, and that's just very inaccurate.
Okay. And Dean comes along and says that's not exactly the case.
Right. It's not even remotely close to the case. The whole point of the employee retention credit is if you have had a nominal effect made on your business on just a portion of your business or operations from a COVID-19 mandate or government order, there was over 100,000 of them. If that occurred, you can then qualify for this credit for every quarter that happened. And that's why there are hundreds of pages of legislation and IRS guidance, because you have to define what I just said. What does it mean to have had a nominal effect? Well, there's a whole list of rules that kind of go with that. Now you need people that have the expertise and can go in and do a deep dive on every one of these quarters, comparing them back to 2019.
Dean Francis here. How can we find that information about this out there?
OneBridgeAdvisors.com.
Okay, so when we started this sting operation, this is sort of on the better side of what could have happened. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think the IRS actually has warnings against fraud. There's a lot of what they call ERC mills that does get a little bit scary, because they'll just jump in and tell you that you qualify when you don't, ask you to pay some money, a bunch of money up front. There's all these problems. That is not what the IRS is referring to. That there's no scam here. There's just somebody that's just jumping in and trying to get the easy part of the employee retention credit. The easy part is
the low-hanging fruit.
The low-hanging fruit. You had a bad quarter or two, regardless of any COVID-19 government order, you can qualify for this. They can easily help you get it done. Very simple, and you're off to the races. But that's still a problem, because I may very well qualify under the very primary method and heart of the ERC.
So Dean Francis is here on the mic, Mike King here. So a person does something like that, they get some money. They get $40,000, $50,000. They think that was great. Everything was great for them.
Yeah, and it's really too bad. Let me show you a success story today.
Okay, hold on a sec, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Francis here with the success story. Hold on 1 second.
I'm Dean Francis, owner of OneBridge Advisors. If you are part of a business, church, private school, or nonprofit that paid W-2 employees during 2020 and 2021, I want to tell you a quick story. When I asked my friend Tom about the employee retention credit, he said his accountant got him $19,000. I helped him understand there's probably more. He just got the results. He's receiving another $89,000. If you want to learn more about the possibilities for your organization, schedule a call at onebridgeadvisors.com.
All right, we got my man Dean Francis in here. Be like Tom. He was happy.
Yeah, so there's a perfect example. Tom says, man, I just qualified for $19,000.
That was good. He was happy.
And I'm like, Tom, that doesn't make any sense. You have, 6, 7 employees. This should be potentially more here in the state of Virginia. And so he ends up going through a true qualification process, which is lengthy, time-consuming, not for the business owner, but for the firm that's doing the work. And he qualifies for an extra $85,000.
Life got a lot better.
Got a lot better. Now
he looked at Dean different. Okay, all right.
All right, so
what does Dean have?
I'm excited about this because, listen, people need to realize that just one quarter can be a significant amount of money. So I have a nonprofit that I dearly love called JH Ranch. It's a place.
I saw that one. Those are the folks who say they got a ton. Well, I'm not going to say a ton of money, But it was a chunk of
A
change.
significant amount, yes. So this is a place in Northern California. You can do a father-son, father-daughter week, or a husband-wife, husband, or a mother-son, mother-daughter week. Anyway, it's just this cool experience. And so they had gone through and qualified under a significant decline of gross revenue through a traditional accounting firm that qualified them for probably, I don't know, $800,000, $900,000. I mean, a very significant amount. They were very, very happy. And I said, could I at least look at what was done? And I looked at it, and sure enough, there was a quarter in 2021 that was left available. And I said, look, guys, I don't want to overpromise here, but it is likely, we're talking about California, where you're talking about a lot of government restrictions. It is likely there was more than a nominal effect in that quarter. Let's have it checked out by a firm that has the expertise and experience to evaluate it. And sure enough, last week, they qualified officially for, are you ready?
I'm ready. Hold on a sec. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, Dean Francis here. Drop it on us, man.
$489,000.
They looked at Dean different, didn't they?
They are excited.
I bet they were.
One quarter, and that's why it is critical when anyone goes through this process. They use a firm that has the expertise, the systems in place, the experience to fully evaluate. It makes a big difference.
One of Mike King here, Dean Francis. Shout out to our man YB. YB said he's up in Michigan checking us out. You know, nothing's the same if you're not here in the RVA area. Alrighty, so Dean, anything else you want to let us know about the ERC?
Just that it's an amazing opportunity. I'm going to walk you through the obstacles.
Okay.
Number one, the ads are scammy. Number two,
So we're not believing, my man, that the ones I see on TV, the ones that are on radio, kind of shady.
it just doesn't feel right.
Okay.
It really doesn't. Now, I will tell you, there is a particular company that does a lot of radio advertising that is very legit. It just doesn't feel comfortable for me to respond, and as a business owner, I'm just uncomfortable talking to an unknown source.
With you, you're there. They're talking
Yes.
to you.
Yes, and then
Okay.
I think the second challenge or obstacle that people have to face is they're going to have often an accounting firm or a payroll company tell them they don't qualify. And because they're only looking at these gross receipts decline, which again is the alternative method, not even the primary, but that happens, and people are actually told, you definitely don't qualify. Not that you don't qualify, you definitely don't
They dropped
qualify.
it, definitely didn't.
You know, and it's just very like, oh, I guess that person knows what they're talking about, but they're only looking at the simple part of this. And then the third obstacle that people have to work through is that sometimes you have an accountant that will skip all of the document. Well, I guess I should say bulletins that are put out by the IRS that explain how you qualify. They'll skip all of that, and they'll go right to scams. And they'll say, better be careful, because if you talk to someone and it's a scam, you're going to have penalties and interest, and it's going to be terrible. You're going to get audited. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. Yes, that is accurate. Okay, that does happen. But to kind of look over the IRS Notice 2021-20 that actually explains how you qualify, I don't know. It's hard. So I got the ads over here. I got people telling me I don't qualify, and then sometimes I have people over here telling me don't do anything.
Now you're paralyzed with fear.
Right.
So you didn't do anything.
Yep.
Make the phone call, ladies and gentlemen. Contact Dean, One Bridge Advisors. He's out there making a difference. All righty? So we're done with that segment. Oh, we got to give a shout out to, I see you got the Richmond Water there.
Okay.
Richmond Water.
Shout out
I got
Will
Will
Melton,
Melton.
Richmond
I got
Water.
mine right over here.
Absolutely.
Out there doing some amazing things. Also, we got to give a shout out to my Philly guy.
David Snyder.
David Snyder, spot on.
Technology.
Spot on technologies. If you're out there in the business, you need to contact and connect with him, because they got processes in place that definitely can help you with the credit card point of sale and all the back end stuff. David Snyder, spot on. But he's my guy from Philly, so you know this.
Yeah.
You got to show him Philly love.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so now Dean Francis here. We got big news happening. Hold on. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay, alrighty. So we had an event a couple months ago, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in June, with our guy Barry Moore at the Better Business Bureau. It was the event to be at, talking about ERC, and we had a panel of success stories. It was so good, so big, we're going to run it back again. This time it's going to be even bigger.
It's going to be bigger.
It's going to be bigger. And so the trio's back together. Dean Francis, I'm rocking with him, Barry Moore, and we're going to do it at the Better Business Bureau because this thing is rooted in trust. And everybody sees how I rock with the Better Business Bureau. The business is BBB accredited. So what are we going to do? We're going to have it there. What is the date of the event, sir?
It is August 24th. And as you know, for people that show up in person, it really is an amazing experience. We're talking about these breakfast burritos from La Milpa Mexican restaurant.
And how we
Can't
got
go
to La
wrong there.
Milpa, he stepped in. That is a business that understands how things work.
Yeah.
Stepped in at the last minute because an unknown other company wasn't flexible to make the deal happen.
Right, right. I mean, it's a true quality Richmond restaurant. And anyway, you want to have a breakfast burrito?
To
for
La
sure.
Milpa.
And then there's opportunity to mix with other great community-minded rock stars right here in Richmond.
That it is a who's who is going to be in the room.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, so you got some names of some folks. And, you know, they're kind of like the usual suspects who roll with us. You know, we have some people, my dad always said, I don't care who you know, it's who knows you. So Dean has a list, or he even dropped some names. Because we're about name dropping around here. We do that. We do that. That's what we do. You don't come here to keep secrets.
No.
No, you don't come to on the mic with Mike King. No, we don't. Because what we do around here is...
Mike King says.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough.
All right, sorry, I got carried away there. Sorry.
That's
Okay,
good.
all right, man. All right, so let's talk about who's going to be in the building.
Yeah, so I was checking the registration list before I came in here, and obviously Barry Moore is going to be there, right? Yeah, the host. But Ebony Adkins.
Shout out to Ebony from Henrico Economic Development.
Mm-hmm.
She is the person who's on the ground and knows everyone. You want to do business in Henrico.
Yes, and in fact, thanks to her, they're sponsoring this breakfast that we'll have right there. Lauren Moore, CEO of Children's Hospital Foundation
go.
of Richmond.
Right
You
next
talk
to
about
you.
a
Could
rock
you
star.
pull that over for me? See, there they are. Right there. Yep, that one.
Yeah, right here. This.
There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Lauren Moore in the building. That's right here. All right, Lauren Moore is going to be there. It's the Wonder Tower, and she's going to be in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Dean Francis, you're rolling out the paparazzi. Got my man Brandon's going to be there. You know it.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
okay, so
How about Martin Short from?
not that Martin Short. We're not doing that. Not Martin Short from Saturday Night Live. Martin Short from SBA.
Yeah.
Martin Short knows the SBA system. If you're going to have a business event, you need to have SBA needs to be involved.
Yeah.
Martin Short is the guy.
Yeah, and these really are people that you want to know. You want to know Barry Moore. You want to know Ebony Adkins. You want to know Martin Short. These are people who can make a difference.
They can make a difference in your life. All right, sir. This
Really
sounds like
can.
for baseball people. This sounds like the 27 Yankees, a murderer's row of people who are big time business people. All right, sir. Keep it going.
Well, Cobb Technology is going to be there. I'm excited about this. I mean, a lot of people know Peter Larson, who could not be more popular in all of Richmond.
Peter Larson,
And
who?
Peter Larson.
That's-
But I'm real excited that Steve Nardo is going to be there. He is their CFO, and they recently qualified for the employee retention credit. And I love the fact that Cobb is a company that is giving back.
It's community minded. And if there's ever one, so they have their own nonprofit, but man, they support the community. So it's really good having a double dose of Cobb Technology because people see Peter out there all the time and representing Cobb. But now we have the C-suite folks coming in,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is good.
They have a whole nonprofit arm called
I know.
Imprint. It's really great. And then this is tentative, but very possibly from RVA Chamber, Dasha Runyon and Brian Anderson.
Shout out. Now those are two good friends.
They're
Shout
great
out to
people.
Dasha. She's the way I got to the Hilton. Dasha Runyon. Yeah. So shout out to and my man Brian Anderson.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Chamber RVA.
They've both indicated they really want to come. Hopefully that'll be official here shortly. And then, Keith Reynolds. You know Keith. Keith is the founder and director of Synapse.
Which is the coolest nonprofit networking group around.
Yeah.
It is the best. It's networking unlike any other. So Keith Reynolds is in the house. Synapse is the way I got to know most of the people I know in Richmond. It's the foundation of the people. It is networking for good.
That's how I met Stephanie Becker from Better Together.
Who? Steph Beck.
Steph Beck.
Shout out to Steph Beck out there.
Yes.
Better Together.
But what a great way to network when you're meeting with other business people and then you have nonprofits in mind. I mean, this is why you want to succeed in business, is to be able to give back, to give more.
And those are people. These are some of the people with the perfect business community partnerships. Because like you said, a lot of times people are getting this ERC money, they're giving back because they were shocked that that's what some of the groups of you who were there the last time talked about. We're going to donate some of this money because this kind of like found money.
Yes, that's what we are hoping for. I think the purpose of this event is to help more business owners realize these dollars that they wouldn't have had otherwise and now put them in a position where they can be generous and give more back to some of these great nonprofits. Speaking of nonprofits, we got Rick Ecker from Vets on Track who will be there, and Matt Hankey, the director of Backpacks of Love. So possibly some other great nonprofits will be there, but glad that they will be there. I know last time Mark Casper from Tech for Troops was there. I think he's going to be back again.
Okay.
A lot of big supporters of him in the area. And then I am 99.9% that CEO Amanda Habansky from People's Advantage.
Those are and so folks, if you need banking information, People's Advantage is the place. They help businesses, they help people. They are truly community minded. I was just in Petersburg with them last weekend or so. They were doing Petersburg community. They got the mobile unit out there with an ATM. Yeah. Amanda Habansky,
yes,
the best out there.
Very good possibility. She'll be on the panel as one of those representatives of people that have qualified for ERC. We're waiting to hear about them soon, but also possibly, I'm hoping to find out tomorrow.
Fingers crossed.
But I really like the CEO of Call Federal Credit Union, John West. They actually went through this process and qualified. And John had to go through these same obstacles that we talked about earlier. And if he can be there, he will definitely be on the panel as well.
One of the things, so when you put together Stephanie Becker and Better Together, Call Federal is always a big supporter of theirs.
Yes.
Call Federal is always in the building helping out in the community as well.
Yeah. So I think we'll have a great presentation. Even if they came last time, my presentation has gone another level since. I think it'll be
you up
good.
your game?
Up the game. And but then this panel, it's going to be pretty broad. Quite a few business leaders that have qualified. And this is going to be a great event. I think people will leave there and encouraged that this is something that they can help others with in the community and have impact.
All right, Dean, when is the event?
August 24th at the Central Virginia Better Business Bureau. If you're coming in person, 8 a.m. For those breakfast burritos, okay? Otherwise, we kick off at 8:30. It goes to 9:30.
8:30 to 9:30. We are there at the Better Business Bureau. Shout out to our man, Barry Moore. Make sure, hey, folks, if you're in business, go ahead and take a look at getting accredited. It starts with trust. That's what this event is all about, too. Trusting someone. You could get a phone call. You could see somebody on TV. But this right here to talk about employee credit is Dean Francis. All right, sir. One last time, how can people find you?
OneBridgeAdvisors.com. Look forward to seeing everybody at unlocking ERC of funds for your business in the community around you on August 24th.
All right. On the mic, Mike King here.
Mike King Biz. On the Mic with Mike, Richmond's premier business radio platform.
Judging how you judge it, say we going corporate. Nah, we just corner boys with the corner office. I'm at the cap table, what the splits is. Not that cap table, boy, we live this.
promoting how business can make the community better. No one does it better than Mike King Biz on the Mic with Mike. Check it out.
Hey, gotta give a shout out to my man Al Green for the promo. That's what we do here. We talk about how business helps society be better. Dean Francis, supporter of the program, I'd like to thank him. Oh, wait a second. I can't let you leave. We got something else happening.
Yeah.
What are you looking at me like that for?
We
Yeah,
do.
man. Okay, what
Come
are we
on.
doing?
September 2nd, out at Westchester
We're going out
Commons.
there with our man Mark Bowen.
With Mark Bowen. In Midlothian, Westchester Commons, outdoors. Concert, 3 great bands, totally free. Come and enjoy Labor Day weekend.
Stuff for the kids.
Kids.
Everybody's out
Fun.
there.
It's
Okay, and the name of the event is?
Labor of Love.
Okay. Labor of Love.
Yes, Labor of
And now
Love.
can we get information about Labor of Love?
I don't know yet.
We don't know.
We're right here.
We're
Come
working at it.
right now.
We're efforting as we speak.
It'll probably be like 2 to 7.
2 to 7?
That afternoon.
Okay.
And but these are really great quality bands playing a mix of different types of music. Come and enjoy Westchester Commons.
Shout out to Westchester Commons. All right, folks, we got to run. On the mic, Mike Dean is here. We got to go. Take care. Thanks now.
Okay.
See you.